Namaste and welcome. What I wanted to talk about today is how we can often feel quite overwhelmed when we see the kind of chaos in our societies around the world, different maybe violence or just in general, just some crazy things kind of happening, and we maybe feel a little bit overwhelmed and think, what can I do? And really it comes down, all problems in society come down to one root cause, and that is we actually don't understand the true quality of all living beings, and we don't have a satisfaction and a sense of deep peace in the core of our being. And so we look outside to try and change things, or if we're feeling upset because we don't have that inner satisfaction, or we're angry about something, then we express that outside instead of trying to look a little bit deeper and go, what is this really all about? Peace starts with each and every one of us. We can't hope to change the world, but we can each change ourselves and try and become more peaceful and more understanding and more accepting of others, regardless of the differences. So it may be like a difference in color, or a difference in race, or a different whatever it might be. And if we're just looking at the externals, we'll see well, this person's white, or this person's brown, or this person's black, or this person speaks differently, or they come from a different country, and so somehow or other they're not as important as I am, or they're not as equal as I am. And in the yoga teachings in the ancient Sri Ishopanishad, there's really powerful teaching that we can all easily apply in our daily life, and we will experience so much more peace, both within ourselves, but as a society, if we can apply this ancient teaching, which is totally profound and relevant for all time and place. So in Mantra 7 of Sri Ishopanishad, it states, one who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks, in quality one with the Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him? So if we can see the true equality of all living beings, we're all spiritual beings, temporarily clothed in different types of bodies. The body is not who we are. The body is, in a sense, it's kind of irrelevant. Short, tall, fat, skinny, black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just like a suit of clothes. My clothes may be this color or this shape or this style or whatever. It's not who I am. So oftentimes in our society, we identify with the clothes as being ourselves, that this shows me, or this shows my personality. It's just fabric. It's not who we are. It's not expressing our independence. We are always a spiritual being within this body, regardless of the clothing. The clothing may be torn, it may be tatty, it may be super expensive. None of that actually matters. It's the person inside. And for us to be peaceful inside and to be able to see the true equality of all living beings, we need to understand ourselves. We need to understand, I'm actually that life force within this body. And as a spiritual being, I need to have some spiritual food in order to be satisfied. I'm not going to be satisfied, and if I'm not satisfied, I'm not going to be peaceful, just trying to look externally in the world to try and gain some peace, or try and gain something to fill up that emptiness inside. And when that emptiness inside is not satisfied, then naturally we're going to feel upset. We're going to feel something's wrong, and then we'll blame some situation, or we'll blame some person, that's why I'm not happy, or that's why I'm not satisfied, or that's why I'm not peaceful. Instead of looking inside and going, actually, that sense of peace comes from within. It doesn't come from without, right? It's not like if I can change circumstances that it's going to make me peaceful. The peace comes from inside as a spiritual being. And there are many, many injustices in the world. I'm not saying that there's not, and we should try to change things. But real change comes about through education, understanding our true nature and the true equality of all living beings, that we're all spiritual sparks. We all come from the same source. Right? We all should learn how to love and have compassion for each other, regardless of anything else. So that's the only way to actually experience that real sense of brotherhood, and real deep love and peace from within that will expand to all living beings, is by some sort of cleansing process to clean away those coverings or those misunderstandings of who we really are. And the process of mantra meditation is the simplest process in this day and age, where it'll clean away all those layers of conditioning that I think I'm something that I'm not. You know, like I think I'm a woman because I've got a woman's body, or I'm a Kiwi because I was born in New Zealand, or I am this, or I am that, whatever the body is in this particular lifetime. Right? So if I can clean away those misconceptions and actually experience spiritual happiness inside by this process of meditation, then everything changes, right? We'll feel that happiness inside. We'll see how to deal with situations in life. We'll see how to try and fix some situation, not just look at a band-aid, you know, like cover this up, fix this little bit here, or fix this problem here, but try to get to the root of all the problems with a sense of wisdom and knowledge that comes from the great spiritual teachers of the past that have been handing down this information about our true spiritual nature and the true equality of all living beings. And a process of meditation to bring that change about, to bring that the uncovering of our true nature. So when we look at somebody, we actually see them for who they are, our brother, our sister, a true spiritual being. And we care for them and we try to help them in some way, whatever way we can. And we should try to fix all the injustices in the world, but there is a root cause to all of them, and that is not understanding. We're a spiritual being. We're just here in this world temporarily. And don't try and exploit it. Don't exploit others. It's not going to bring any peace for ourselves, any happiness for ourselves. We need to reach out and help and love each other. Thank you very much. Namaste.